Hey crafty family, it's me! And today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little snowman earrings. Aren't they adorable? Oh my goodness, they're so cute. And they're made from wood discs. And they're very easy. And I'll put a link in the description, hopefully I'll remember, to where you can get these wood discs from. Because you can do a lot with these. So, yeah. These are really cute and super easy to make. Like, really easy to make. If I can make it, you can make it. Well, in the interim, I need to turn my... I forgot my heat gun isn't on. Ooh, my glue gun isn't on, I mean. So while we start the first part, I'll put the glue gun on and we could do that part last. Anyway, do you like my new pajamas? I got new pajamas. Let's hope I don't mess them up. They've got kitty cats on them and they're pink and they're pretty. And I got 2 pairs of pajamas for 10 bucks. 10 bucks, I tell you. And it was all because somebody screwed up and then they fixed the screw up and then it ended up being even more in my favor than before. So that was interesting. Let's see. We need one that's a little bit bigger than the other. But you want to try like to get them kind of the same size. So maybe this one and this one. Let's see. You just want to get them sort of similar. Like maybe these two. And this one and that one. There we go. You'll find 2 that are the same for the heads and the bodies, or at least similar. You're not going to be able to notice much of a difference. Like on this one's bigger than that one on the bottom, and you can't even tell. And this one's bigger than that one, and you can't tell when they're on. They're cute. So I'm going to paint them with some white paint. And I don't cover the whole front because this way you could see that it's wood, because otherwise you'd have to turn it over. And if it's on your ear, you can't. So I think it looks cuter when you kind of leave a border. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to paint these little suckers. Paint them with a little white. We'll start with the heads. And you're just going to make a little outline. I probably should use a different brush. This is probably not the best brush for this. Let's see. Let me get something different that makes more sense for me. Trigger, what the hell are you doing? It's acting a fool. Let's try this one. That's better, I think. Basically, I'm just leaving a little border. But don't have to be perfect. Okay, there's one. I think I drilled it first the last time, but I'm drilling it second this time. Doesn't matter. If I have to touch it up a little where I drill it, that's fine. Because you do need a drill, so this is a good time to get out the drill and don't be afraid of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just something that puts a hole in something, just like a punch, except it's electric and it spins around. Just get yourself an old piece of, like a little piece of wood that you don't, like that you can use to drill into. Because I understand that some people are afraid of power tools, but there's nothing to be afraid of. I believe every woman should know how to use power tools. I don't think you should be afraid of them. I hate that they market them more towards men, and they don't, growing up, women generally aren't taught how to use a power tool unless their father sees it fit to teach their daughter how to use them, which is rare. I mean, I learned how to use them, but I also taught myself how to do most of that stuff too. just by playing with it and figuring it out, because that's how type of person I am. But I know a lot of people aren't like that. They want to have somebody tell them how. So I advise you, if you have a husband and he has power tools, have him teach you how to use them. I mean, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just, you know, it's just a tool. It's not just meant for men. You can use it too. There's nothing wrong with having somebody show you how to use something that you've never used before. And there's nothing to be afraid of. It'll come in handy for you when you want to do something, especially like a drill, at least. At least know how to use a drill. I would love to get a Dremel. I used to have all kinds of tools. I used to have power saws and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, that I don't have anymore. Power sanders, a table saw, jigsaw. But when we moved down here, I couldn't take a lot of things with me, so I had to get rid of a lot of things because our truck was so full. But I do wish I had a Dremel, because I keep it would just be easier if, you know, Dremels are amazing tools. They're so easy to use. They're a small tool, but it's like so many tools in one. So you could like drill with it, small things like this. You can slice small things, like if you had a little thing, you can get the slicing tool for it and just make your own little discs, you know, off of wood. I don't know what kind of wood this is. I don't remember. Wait, it might say. It just says wood slices, log slices. So I have no idea. Who knows? But you could just get a branch outside and cut it with a Dremel. You can cut it. Just hold it and cut them. But anyway. Just dry that paint real quick. And then before I put the eyes and the face on it, I am going to drill the holes in the top of the head. You're going to take a piece of wood. This is my wood that I've been using for a few years. I had another one before this one, and that one's totally was like beat up to hell. But then about 2 years ago, I switched to this one, and this is just a piece of wood I was doing. This is a photo transfer that didn't come out okay. It's a lot more messed up now, but I did a photo transfer onto wood, and I didn't like it, so I turned it around and ended up using this side for this. So this is my drill. This is my drill that I got from the Creative Reuse. I was very lucky. I have another drill and it sucks. It only has 1 speed, whereas this one I can go as slow as I want, which is why I advise, if you have never used a drill before, to get yourself a drill that has variable speed. This way when you push on the trigger, so you could just drill that little bit and just do it very slowly and steadily and slow. If that scares you a little bit, start off by just barely holding the trigger. It's very easy to go slow. And just go slow. And that's a great way to introduce yourself to a drill if you've never used one. I've got some drill bits. I'll take my tiniest one, which they make them even smaller than that, but that's the smallest one that I have. And I think it's a 332nd. Not good at fractions, but... And these kind here, this is going backwards, so. And then you flip this little button and it makes it go forward. But I hold it here till it gets tight, and then I hold it here and make sure it's tight. Okay, so the tops of the heads. You don't want to put it too close to the top edge so it doesn't split. And you can go real slow. Like you could just do this. Do the whole thing. Or you can go. But whenever you put a drill into wood, once it's in the wood, don't stop. You have to keep drilling, keep the drill on to pull it out, because otherwise it'll get stuck. Tap that into the garbage, and there, nice clean hole right through it. Perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect. And there you go. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. Dust that off, put it away, and that's all you need to do. I love this drill. I walked into the Creative Reuse one day, and somebody had brought a box of stuff in to donate, and I started going through the box. At the bottom of the box was that drill, and I thought, it's probably not going to work. And I clicked the thing, and it didn't work. And I said, well, the only way I'm going to know, because it's a cordless drill, is if the charger is in there. So I kept digging through the box, and I found the charger. So I plugged it in at the Creative Reuse. I said, I asked them if it was okay, and they said, yeah. I walked around for a few minutes, and I went back about 10 minutes later. I unplugged it, and it worked perfect. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And that thing holds a charge forever. So I don't know if they put it in there by mistake, or is it just somebody that didn't care or what. But I was so happy when I found that, because I had needed a drill for so long, because the drill that I had before, it was a cheap drill. It only had one speed, so it only had fast, and that's it. You'd hit the button, and it would go zoom. And it was too fast for some projects. Some projects needed it to be a little slower. Like if you're just using the screw feature, like the screwdriver feature, you don't want it to be like, you know what I mean? You want it to be able to go slow. And I couldn't, and I was annoyed. Let me get some paint in the orange. And I couldn't make it go slower. This is a little different color orange than that. It's a little darker color, but that's okay. So I was always wanting another drill, but, money was tight. I couldn't afford to just go out and buy another drill. So I didn't buy one. All right, make sure when you paint anything on, or when you put your eyes and stuff on, that your hole is at the top, so that you don't have issues. Let me get my rhinestones for the eyes. Now you could paint your eyes on if you want to, but I decided to put these little 4mm rhinestones, and they seem to, I think, work pretty well. And I painted the rest on, and you can put rhinestones for the mouth or whatever you want if you want to, but yeah, I love these earrings, and I plan on wearing them for Christmas, and I may wear them for New Year's, but I'm not sure. Actually, I think I have some other earrings for New Year's planned, because the pajamas I'm wearing, I ordered a onesie online for Christmas for myself. I got these pajamas for $10, 2 pairs. The other pair is like really fuzzy. It's like, those real fuzzy socks, the ones that are like super soft and fuzzy. Imagine those as pajamas. I ain't kidding. That's what I got. For $10. This one and the other one. These are flannel. I already have you've seen me in these type of pajamas, because they have them at Kmart, okay? And I used to go every year and buy 2 or 3 pairs of them when they were on sale, because they would be like $9 a pair. So you'd get the top and the bottom for $9. You couldn't beat it. So the last time I was able to afford to go get pajamas was like 4 or 5 years ago. So the pajamas I have, like the pants are ripping on the sides. They lasted, for cheap pajamas, they lasted a long time. But several pairs of them are still fine. It's just I am down to like 2 decent looking pairs, and the rest of them are kind of eh. So I stopped today because, I was like, well, I have a few dollars. Maybe I can get 1 pair. I thought, even if they're not on sale, they were like $15. I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll get 1 pair just so that I have a clean pair to wear, because for New Year's Eve, I don't want to look yucky. Or for Christmas even, because I'll probably be just home, But I thought, just get 1 pair. Well, it turned out I was able to get 2 pairs for $10, which that's a whole other story. I'll go into that tonight during the live stream, but not now. Because it's Friday night, and we're having our live stream tonight. But anyway, yeah. So then, when I first got my YouTube money, I had picked out these pajamas for $20, a onesie, on Walmart.com, and I ordered them to have something nice to wear for New Year's Eve. So I have now Christmas Eve pajamas and Christmas pajamas. Like I know that most people buy clothes to wear something nice for Christmas and Christmas Eve, but guess where I'm going to be? Home in my pajamas. So I figured I'll get myself pajamas. And then the other ones are for New Year's Eve, and I already have a sweater that I had gotten a couple of months ago. I think I got it a couple of months ago, for $12 at Walmart a couple months ago. It was actually, I think it was actually cheaper than that because it was $12 and it was on sale or marked down, or I don't remember, but it's pink. And I got that for early in the night, New Year's Eve, when everybody's here, like when we have dinner and stuff. And then later, when after we're doing the live stream a while, I might change into my pajamas. And that's what I got the onesie for. So I have pajamas because mine are starting to get ratty. And Janet gave me last year, no, when was that? When did she give me those? Yeah, it had to be earlier this year. Yeah, because it was still cold out, and it was when I was still sick and going, you know, not feeling well and all that stuff. What is going on with this? Why won't it stick? Anyway, she gave me a pair of like really nice like velour pajamas, and they fit me because back then I was thinner, you know, because I was sick and I wasn't eating. And my Crohn's was making me lose weight and everything. But regardless, they did fit a little snug, but they fit. They were fine. Now they won't even, forget it. I can wear the pants to them. The pants fit, but the top won't fit because I've gained so much weight. So I was like, well, I'm starting to get limited on pajamas. And that's why I was like, let me just go in Kmart and see what they have before I just, you know, rule it out. Because I was thinking, oh, you know, they probably don't have them. They might not sell those kind anymore. That was like 5 years ago last time I had gotten them. And I went in and sure enough, they're still selling them. They're by Joe Boxer. And if you go in there, they have them. And they're so nice. And I wear these so much. Like I wear them daily. And it took 5 years for them to start to wear out. And only 2 pairs wore out, and it wasn't the shirt parts, it was the bottom, and I probably could sew them, but like it got a split in the seam up the leg, like up the side of the leg, and I could probably fix it, but I mean, for as much money as I paid, the fact that they've lasted that long, and it might even have been longer than 5 years that I bought them, because I started buying them in like 2008, so I don't know which pairs are which. Anyway, I'm going off topic. We're supposed to be making earrings. Anyway, I did the eyes. Now we're going to do the nose. My point is, if you're like me and you like comfortable pajamas, I get a 2X. Even though I'm like an extra large, I get a 2X because I like them really big. I like them like really like floppy, floopy big. That's just comfortable to me. That's how my pajamas all are. They're very like floppy and comfy, and so I get 2X, but they have, see, when I first got them, they had 3X. Now I'm going to make the little nose, which I'm probably going to need a finer point than that, I realized. But yeah, when I first started getting the pajamas, they had 3Xs, but now when I just was there, they didn't have 3Xs, they only had 2Xs. So I don't know if they sold out of the 3Xs, probably, because they didn't have that many 2Xs, come to think of it. And if you do it off at an angle, it kind of looks like it's sticking out from his face. But anyway, they're on sale right now, so if you have a Kmart buy near you, I would go get them now instead of waiting. If you need pajamas, that is. I mean, they don't have to look exactly the same or perfect. It doesn't have to. You're not going to be able to know when you're looking at them on one ear or the other. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be right next to each other. They're going to be that far apart with a head in between them. So you're not going to notice, oh, the nose is different on one from the other. That's not going to be possible to know. So then we're going to take black and we're going to make little dots. Let me get that little brush back again. We're going to make little dots. Now you can use dimensional paint, but because I would normally do that, but these I wanted to dry fast because I was going to wear these. And then I didn't end up wearing them, but I ended up putting them up in my Etsy instead. But if they don't sell, I'm going to have both of these listed in my Etsy. Why am I having a problem here? I already have the one listed in my Etsy, so the other one's just going to go. So this pair will go up with it. So if you're interested in buying them and you don't want to make them, then just the link to my Etsy is below, and you'll see them in my Etsy. There we go. Hey now. Now I probably can't get them to you by Christmas. However, you'll have them for the rest of the winter. Or if you want to, you know, if you're sending somebody a little bit of a late Christmas present, as I am, I have little Happy Mails going out that are going to be late. I have a Christmas present that's going to be late. Actually, I have 2 Christmas presents that are going to be late. Unfortunately, you know, I spent, I think $70 like 2 weeks ago on sending out packages, and today I spent $50 on sending out packages. So yeah, I limited I thought I'd get everything out with $50, but I didn't. So I still have some things that are going out, but I'm just bummed that I wasn't able to get everything out like I wanted to. I was hoping, but I still got to say, you know, I still got to have like my YouTube money that's left. I have to use it for food and, you know, bills, so I can't use the rest of it. And plus, I got to have some money for New Year's Eve, because New Year's Eve I'm having friends over and I'm going to be cooking steak and stuff, so I got to still buy food for that. So, like, I'm going to already have to push my luck on that. So I'm just going to buy less food for this coming week and make sure I set the money aside for New Year's Eve, because to me that's more important. I'd rather just eat whatever's in the house, soup and crackers and frozen vegetables for the next week, and then and then have a nice New Year's, because that's like the one day I've not had friends over and done anything fun in so long. It's been a couple of years. It's been a while. So I'm not going to let anything ruin this night. There's nothing in the world that's going to ruin this night. I don't care what happens. There's nothing ruining this night. I want to have fun, and I want to enjoy myself with my friends. So, yeah. So I am making sure the money is set aside so I don't have to worry about it. Oh yeah. I don't know. See, like on these, I didn't put little dots for the body or for the buttons, because I was covering it with a scarf kind of, but I may or may not after they're kind of together and I see what I want to do. All right. So I've been babbling on and on and on. Sorry. I'm in a babbly mood. What can I say? So, okay. That's what new pajamas does to you. It makes y'all giddy. I love my new pajamas. So now we're going to put the head together. And in order to do that, we're going to do like I have been doing, supports. My little supports. I'm going to have a support system which you could barely see with the scarf on. So you can barely see. It's just going to be a small support, but it's important. And these are not going to fall apart. They are not going to fall apart. I promise you that. They're not. I even took them and dropped them on my wood floor from up, like standing up, and dropped them to make sure they wouldn't, if somebody dropped them, whatever, that they wouldn't break. And they did not break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position them. Let's see. Let's position them. We will position them and put some glue like so. It doesn't matter if it sticks out some, because that's where the scarf is going to go. So that's no big deal. So you just hold them. Best if you just hold them on a flat surface and push them together. But I forgot I had paper down. I didn't want it to stick to the paper. You can even wipe away a little bit of the excess, but yeah, see? Now, I would not trust this to stay together. I mean, it's fine. It probably would hold it just fine, you know, but I like to have my little support system because I don't need things breaking, you know? That's just how I am. I don't want things to break. Well, I mean, I'm sure anybody would be like that, to be honest. I mean, if you're making something that you know, especially if you're going to sell it, I need to make sure that it ain't going to fall apart. And I guarantee any of my, especially my jewelry in my Etsy store, I guarantee it for life. So if you break it, I don't care how it gets broken, if you send it back to me, okay, you may have to pay the shipping to send it back to me, but I will fix it and I will ship it back to you, no charge. So if you buy a pair of earrings from me, a bracelet, like I don't have any jewelry up in my Etsy aside from these earrings, aside from these ones here. But in the future, I'm going to have more jewelry. And I've always done this, even at my craft fairs, I've always had a guarantee on my jewelry. And I've always told people, I give them my card with my phone number, my email. I say, look, if this ever breaks for any reason, I don't care if you take it and bust it. If it breaks, you can send it to me and I will fix it and ship it back to you. And do you know that in all the years I've been doing this, never once has anything I had broke, or, well, at least nobody's ever sent it back to me. But I always tell them, if it breaks, you send it to me. I will fix it. I promise you, because I don't want anybody to have something broken, especially if it was something I made. So I would rather fix it and send it back. So that's my guarantee always with my jewelry. And with most things, like most handmade things I make, if, you know, I'll pretty much do that with anything. Like if you have anything really handmade from me. Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of these little supports. And I don't make them too long because I don't want them to stick too far out past the scarf. But I do want them to be long enough to hold these in place. I put one there and one there. But yeah, I don't think there's many Etsy people that'll guarantee their work like that. But I do, because I don't want anybody to be unhappy with anything. All right, so there's that one. Because I try to make everything that I make very sturdy, built to last, and I take my time to make sure that it's going to last, and I kind of give it a little test too before I, you know, before I send it to anybody, to make sure that it's sturdy and it's not going to bust. Now, yes, if you turn these over right now, you might be able to see a little bit of the support. But don't worry, that's what the scarf is for. The scarf will disguise any of that. So, now we get to work on the scarf. So, since these have red, why don't we do gold? A cute little gold scarf. And you could do anything you want. Oh, that's like... See now, like even that little spot, I'm going to cut that off because it's like a little bare spot. I'll use it for something else, but I won't put it on my thing because I don't want it to look bare. You know? So yeah, we'll put this little fancy gold scarf on him. Because I don't want him to be cold. That wouldn't be nice. Now I do one going the one way and one going the other way. So if this one has the short side there, so I'm going to switch it, put the short side here, put the long side there. So that when you're looking at it, the scarves are a little opposite. I might have to cut. I don't know if I like these. Is this the same stuff I used? Oh, that might be different. That might be a different one. I don't know if I like the way these sit as much. Let me see what else I got. Maybe we'll do something different. Ooh, maybe. I thought that was the same stuff, but I might be wrong. Oh, what about this one? This one might be too puffy. Yeah. What about this stuff? What if I were to cut this? And see, because I don't have any more of this kind. And I really liked this kind. Oh, wait. Maybe I have it in blue. I might be lying. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it came on here. That's right. It didn't come on that roll. It didn't come on this roll. I thought it did. So, wait, I think I have it in blue then. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, that's a pipe cleaner. Oh, but that would work because it's thinner. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, it kind of looks just like that. Okay, but I don't want to do a red one. I want to do, preferably, do I have it in blue? I know I do. I have this whole set in blue. How is it? Hey, where are you? Crap. Alright, where are, oh, there it is. That's it. I got it. Oh, wait, but that's only one. Oh, is that the only part I have left? Shoot. Oh, man. Oh, wait, what's this? That's pretty. See, that's the only piece I have left, and that will not do both of them. But that's not it either. Where the heck did that one go? Sorry, guys. I'm like flabbergasted. I can't find the piece. I had this in blue, and I don't know what happened to it. Well, that's all right. We'll do it in that red. Ow. Or maybe, is there any more of these things in blue? No, but I have it in gold. I just sent these things here. Pop cleaners. And I got this one, and this gold would probably look nice. I'm going to make more, maybe. If these two sell, I'll make more. But if they don't sell, then I'm just going to make a pair for myself. Unless these don't sell, then maybe they'll be my... maybe they'll be my earrings. Yeah, this is cute. This works good. All right, now I could just measure this piece along with this one, and that'll be the right length. It's probably the best way to do it. I should start cutting them with these scissors, not my fussy cutting scissors. I was gonna maybe cut like down here, which I may do for another pair, is like cut like that much off and down and use it like as a little scrunchy scarf, which I could still do that. Not on these though. All right, anyway, I'm in a mood today, I guess. Get it in position. Cute, cute. And then we're gonna glue it. Where's my gluer? And remember I was telling you about that tile I had for my glue guns to sit on and how it was banging me in the leg. I found a way, and I told you that, I don't know if some of you don't know what I'm talking about, but underneath my table, because it's a picnic table, has those weird supports going up into it. Well, I ended up balancing that piece of tile, that granite where I keep my glue guns on the support in such a way that it stays perfectly, and I don't have to like, I don't have to do anything. It just stays. And I tried like knocking it over and it won't even fall over. It's like perfect. So I found the solution to my problem. I was very excited when I figured that out because I really did like that granite for my my glue guns, because it keeps everything in place and whatnot. Yeah, now we can put buttons on there because I made these a little bit smaller. Cool. So this pair can have buttons. buttons. I just put a little glue to anchor it in the back, because this stuff pretty much stays in place as soon as you twist it on, because this is wired. This one wasn't wired, so I had to glue it down, but this one is wired, so it's much easier to deal with. Because it stays even better than the other one. Cute. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. So cute. Let me just get this crap out of my way. So cute. Okay, I'll use those pieces for something else, I'm sure, because I'll be working in my journal tonight probably. So I'll probably use them in my journal in some way. I need the black. Now I got some in the lid. Let's see. Some black paint to make the buttons. 2 buttons. Now you could do rhinestones for the buttons. You don't have to do like black paint. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. You do whatever works for you. I'm just keeping it simple. Now we're going to dry them real quick. Careful drying tinsel, because it likes, this kind of tinsel likes to melt. So just do it from far away. I have to remember to use some of that too. And now the easy part is to take you some earring wires. Are they different or are they the same? Make sure these are the same. They're different. Slightly, ever so slightly different. Those are the same. And you'll need 2 jump rings for each one so that they'll sit straight. You'll need a tiny jump ring and then a little bit of a bigger jump ring. So there's your bigger one, and then you'll need a teeny tiny one. Alright, so now we need our tools. Now you open your jump ring. And if you have 2 tools, it makes it a little easier. Open your jump ring, and sometimes you got to open it wide. This time I did okay. And I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just going to put it in. I'm not going to close it yet. Got it. That's why this one needs to be a little bit bigger, because in order to get it hooked in there, and then take the little ones, glasses on, they're on my head instead of on my face. Oh, weird. Now these ones you can close on. Now, depending on how you put an earring wire onto your charm or whatever you're hanging onto it, will determine whether it faces forward or faces backwards. Now, if it's just like a bead charm that it doesn't matter how it hangs, you're going to see it. But if it matters how it faces, then there's a trick to it. I'll show you the trick that I learned. Good. Now, when you hook your earring wires on and you have it held a certain way, you want to make sure that this little bump, on it, on the earring wire, you see the bump? This bump here is facing forward when you put your charm on. If you face it towards you, the bump, then it'll sit right. So for instance, I'm facing it, I'm holding it in my hands, and I'm facing it forward, and I put it on that way, and now the earring will sit right when it's in your ear because this bump faces forward in your ear. So that's how you do it. And now, when you put the thing on, now, because you put them in your ear, wire first hooks into the back, and then these face forward, obviously. So the little bump faces forward. So you want to make sure that that is facing your front of your charm or whatever you're hanging, so that it hangs in your ear straight. So I hold it in my hand like this and go and hook it on, holding it, you know what I mean, towards the front of whatever I'm hooking it to. That's how you get it on there straight. Because if I hang it the other way, if I put it on the opposite way, and I'm holding it this way, and I hook it on, when I go to wear my earrings, they're going, like, here's how they are going to wear it. The back is going to show. It's going to look like that. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you have the earring thing facing you, hanging down, so that if there is another jump ring on it, that's hanging the right way. And then have the earring facing you that's going to go, and then just hook it on. Hook it on. And then you can close it, and you're all good. That's my trick. And it works, I promise. So now my earrings will always be facing the right direction. Cute, aren't they adorable? Now they don't have hats on or anything. And there's ways to put hats on them and all that stuff. I just kept them very simple. They're supposed to be just cute little wood earrings. They're very light, which is nice. So when you're wearing them, you don't feel like you're wearing anything. And so they're just adorable. So if you're interested in purchasing these, they're in my Etsy shop. And otherwise, make your own. You can definitely do it. It's very easy. I'll put a supply list in the description. There will be a supply list where it has everything, and all you got to do is click on it. Earring wires, jump rings. I'll even try to put the black paint, the orange paint, and the blue rhinestones, and some of this, if I can find it, the miniature garland, and the wood pieces, of course, so that you can make these at home. And if you don't feel like making them at home and you want to buy them, I think I have them for $12 a pair or something like that in my Etsy. It's not bad for a pair of cute earrings, hand painted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you do, post your pictures in the Facebook group, Pink Poodle Pack Creative Crafty Playground on Facebook. The link is in the description below. Also, give this video a thumbs up and share it if you wouldn't mind. It helps my channel if you share it on your Facebook and Twitter and whatever else you got. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, I have other links in my description, like to my Patreon and obviously to my Facebook group, like I said. And there's Pink Poodle Pack T-shirts right now available. They're the VIP PPP Pink Poodle Pack T-shirts and mugs in both black and white. They're only going to be available for, I think, 6 more days. So get them while you can, because after that they're not going to be available, and I don't know when I'll be able to bring them back out. So get them while you can. So I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a great Christmas if I don't talk to you before then, and a happy new year. And yeah, that's it. Make sure you do what you love and love what you do and be nice to people. Talk to you later. Bye.